Warren Ruiz, this is Christopher King. I'm a former Collin County corporate counsel for Ricochet Modem, working on issues involving law enforcement and making Frisco a good amount of money for what we were involved in there. So that was another era, but now I'm back to work on something that's not really property rights, it's speech rights. So I have some questions for you. Now, you are commissioners, I understand it, but you've been handling speech matters as pertains to Key West. And she could not comment on Carmelo Anthony at the same venue that allowed Jake Lang's virulent hate. And Jake was arrested, by the way, for actually threatening Carmelo Anthony. So I'm just wondering, you as a commissioner, is that something you typically handle on speech, or typically it's the mayor or city councilor would say something like when you ended up cutting speech altogether, public comment, I think it was. You said the mayor said normally we have citizen input on the agenda that allows people to speak on non-agenda items. We do not have that on our agenda this evening, nor will we have it on our agendas for the foreseeable future. Well, that's interesting because what had happened here, though, is that I believe, and this is an informational inquiry, you had a policy that you handed out on your cards saying that you should approach the speaker's podium, state your name and address, blah, 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 and then discuss the specific agenda item or topic of interest. Now, that or to me, that signals like a disjunctive thing. So you could do either way, right? But you told her that she couldn't speak off topic. Now, I know the rules are there, and the rules say one thing, those are the general rules, but you gave a more specific rule at those meetings. So you have a conflict there. And I think the specific that you hand out at that meeting seems to indicate that you made a mistake, and that could be liability there. I don't know. I'm just calling you to get the story, okay? Because, yeah, I just don't quite understand, what's going on here. I want to be clear. Because also, by the way, I want to let you know too that when you eliminate public comment, that doesn't necessarily shield you from liability, and you can ask the Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board about that because they just recently lost a motion to dismiss on my case against them involving inappropriate, how can I say, abuses of discretion and harassment of black and brown speakers. That's what the case says. That's what happened. And the information I have now, trust me, they're not going to win their motion for summary judgment either. So there's that. So I just thought I'd let you know of some legal developments in a related area as we go forward here, and I follow the events in Frisco. Now, it's interesting though that Jake Lang could speak, but what Key West wanted to do, this she tried. So the first time you just denied her flat out. She came back. Then she suggested an agenda item, as people do. It's a routine thing. And her agenda item was, quote, discussion and action regarding transparency failures, withheld records, unidentified minors, and judicial misconduct related to the Carmelo Anthony case, end quote. So it seems to me like you're engaging in a bit of, subject matter discrimination, viewpoint based discrimination, content based discrimination, when really all you need to be addressing is time, place, and manner, right? Okay? Yeah. Boy, oh boy. By the way, there's another city I have here, and I'm not sure where this one is from. I have a couple of them, but they say right here, and they say, the speakers must indicate whether they wish to comment on a specific agenda item or separate matter. When recognized by the mayor, speakers need to approach the podium and then state his or her name and address. Okay? That's how it typically goes, unless you're playing around with people's content. So I'm not here now to do the property rights issue. Well, I guess in a sense I am, because it's speech is our property, as I vigorously encourage government to recognize when I was with the Tea Party. Then why isn't speech protected now? And how come I wasn't a racist when I was with the Tea Party, but I am now? How come I wasn't harassing government when I was with the Tea Party, but I am now? It's also confusing. Gosh, I just don't know what to say. But if you give me a call back, though, we can talk about these things. I'd love to get your input. Thank you very much, and have a great day. See, look at here. That speech thing, that's kind of important. And that's exactly why Judge Roach eviscerated it, the First Amendment, over in, the criminal trial. And now City Council is doing the same thing on that front, right? So between the county and the city, They're locking it down. Then they have their internet hit squads that come out, right? And they cry like, oh, you're trying to cancel us. That's what I hear lately, right? Okay, that's bullshit. You guys follow us around in our lives. We couldn't give a damn about you, but you follow us. You're obsessed with us. And then when we track you back because of what you're doing, then it's a problem. No, we have empirical proof. And even Bay Boy said it, that you guys have these hit squads. He said it. Yes, he did. I played it for you before. I'm not going to bother playing it again now. But he said it, right? He identified who? Fact checker. Who his fact checker buddies with? I can get into this all day, right? But right now, that speech thing, it's important. They're trying to take it away from us. Remember, we're only 13%, right? And they just basically outvote us, steamroll us, and all that, and try to flip the narrative. I'm not having it. They're trying to say that I harass government. That one idiot that's been harassing me day in, day out, you know? What is that? They're so worthless, I forgot her name. But Skylar Rowan, right? That one. She's, I'm going to print all the stuff you've been saying to city, to Collin County. Really? And show the world how non-responsive they were since Derek Jackson, his position was vaporized. But again, all that stuff is okay when you're dealing with IGAs. I get it, guys. Trust me. And you're not flipping the script. You can go to hell every day. Big bad.
To the privileges and immunities, let's take a listen to how they treat black and brown and how they treat white people. This is the white people.
I want to hear public comment. I want to hear what the community has to say. I think we owe that.
Okay? But how do they treat us?
Thank you. How do you feel that I'm attacking you for asking for those things?
You done?
No, I'm going to take my full time.
No, you won't. Okay. We're done. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're not done yet. So that was dependent postman. Let's move on to dependent phone drop. How am I disrupting anything when the meeting hasn't started? I don't want to be hyper-technical with you, but listen, I'm a lawyer. He's a lawyer. John, you're a lawyer, right? How am I interrupting the meeting that hasn't started? Don't mess with me, guys.
Okay, we are officially starting the meeting.
And I'm sitting down, am I not? I'm in my place with the right side. Okay. We're not done yet. Let's move on to this man's partner. How they treat him. They cannot show that they treat white people this way. And we're in a motion to dismiss, Your Honor. I'm clearly alleging they treat a class of people differently.
Now we're signed up, now we're cutting the time back? I don't understand that. We were here for 3 hours of that. We were here, cut my time, please. We didn't start here, we were here for 3 hours on January 31st. We supported what was going on. What I'm saying is 3 hours to talk about social equity before the night. That's that. That's not true. I've sat out here now for 3 hours. After me, that's true. That's true. All right, true. We've never been here for 3 hours.
You got 3 minutes. So if you want to spend it, go ahead.
You're right.